So, it's a forehand attack at 2 points. Then, after moving from the forehand position to the middle position, and then when moving back from the middle position to the forehand side, the back feels particularly uncomfortable. The question you asked is very good. Actually, this is a common issue. Even our training when we were young was like this. Let's take the right hand grip as an example. When sliding from the forehand position to the backhand position, it's smoother to slide from the backhand position to the forehand. Actually, I think the most important issue lies in making the exchange. In the issue of shifting weight, when you hit it back, hit 10 in a row, faster and faster. Do you know why it's slow like this? When we're hitting the ball now, don't shift your weight, especially in this position. Don't shift your weight completely over. When you shift your weight completely over, if you're in this almost semi-suspended position, you definitely need to cushion. Otherwise, your center of gravity won't be stable. Actually, when we reach this position, just support it. This way, it will be advantageous for your next move. When you just ran here, you've completely turned around. It will be very slow when you start again. After pulling to here, support it and go immediately. Support this and go immediately. This way, you'll have a better chance of winning. Right, the first move from forehand to the middle, is this the hip thrust? Where should the right side thrust to? Actually, the hip thrust isn't completely extended. He can't do that complete exchange now. Now look at the national team training. Sometimes, they've basically turned halfway. That's it, it's all done. Make the movements more concise. This will do. Basically, there shouldn't be an issue of falling behind. Right? Don't rush to finish. Finish the task before moving on. Isn't this faster now? Your movements are too big. You're making it hard for me to keep up. Look at your pace now. The sliding pace isn't an issue of ability. It's just that your whole center exchange has movements that are too big. What's the exchange you're doing right now? When you switch to the right, your left knee has already come over. Then you need to switch. Press your left knee over. Your overall movements are too big. You can't go any faster. Right now, we're emphasizing that both feet should support like a tripod for stability. And then we slide using the power of the ankle joint to turn the hip. Actually, just gather, and you'll feel a slight tightening in the right hip. Then push out, and you're good to go. Look at my range of motion. Your range of motion is like this. This way, you definitely can't keep up. If you come here, then turn this way and walk back, it will definitely be slow. That's the end of the so-called turns. Look at my assisting moves, 1, 2, 3. This shot won't have too low quality. Right? I'm not relying on range of motion, I rely on the power of this support. If you do it like this, his movements have a small range, you're catching on quickly. Of course, you can keep up, give it a try. Yes, open up a bit. Another so-called hip joint opening. I remember I mentioned this before. This way, try to relax both legs as much as possible. Try to separate. Do you feel the hips opening up? Yes. When you slightly bring your lower legs back. Yes. Lift a little higher. It's about finding a relatively comfortable feeling. Using a prop like a box to create a relatively comfortable feeling. Does it feel the same? Try moving again at this point. Is it better now? Yes, it's a bit better. What were you doing just now? The feeling you mentioned about widening or opening the hips. Actually, your hips are not open. Hips not open, right? You are holding it like this. Then crossing like this is more scattered. Why did I just do what we call opening up? Then find a suitable position for yourself. This way, if you cross like this, you'll be able to handle it. When you took those few steps just now, it feels like a slip. It's like feeling much more comfortable. Much more comfortable. This method is quite effective. I've tried it before. Right. You got it. Try to feel it. Maybe you have some misunderstanding about hip rotation. This causes your movements to be too large. And then, if the movements are this big, no one can go back to the original. Let's finish this up. Try it again. Could you please take a step back? Turn it up a bit. Is it much better now? Okay, hope it helps you.